question about it. SIU gets the win as Coach Nagy joins us now. Man, Coach, what an effort. Won by your group. But, man, that was just a good basketball game. Evansville just threw a tremendous effort as well, just for your team, really in the final 3 minutes to force them in the key turnovers and for you to extend the lead.
Yeah, we made – I mean, obviously they did a good job of getting back in. You know, they hit some big shots that with 4 seconds left inbounds play. That was a bomb, and Hunley hit a bomb and got themselves back in the game. They really spread you out and try to post you and put shooters on the perimeter and make it difficult. I was proud of our guys for – even when they tied it up, like no panic. Mayo made some big shots. Mm-hmm. Drew made some big shots. Q didn't play well today, but hit some big shots for us late. And then I just thought our rebounding was probably the difference in the game.
Coach, out of all the guys that we talked about throughout the year, we know the impact he can have. I've
been on him, and I've been on. Look down here, he's got 12 boards. He had 4 offensive rebounds. We're talking about Prince.
Yes.
I said, man, you've been in an entire year and you don't have a double-figure rebound. It's like, this is crazy. I mean, for who you are and how strong and athletic. And if he'll do that, like I told him, how can I take you off the floor if you're going to play like that? I can't take you off the floor. And really, he probably made the play of the game on an offensive rebound kick out, and Q ended up shooting a layup on it, I think. We got a layup out of it. But that was probably the play of the game, and nobody will talk about it.
Yeah, and I thought you've seen his growth so much. And, man, when he crashed the board early in the first half, remember a great putback he had back down here. But even late in the game for Prince, of his maturity level, Coach, of in front of your bench, shot clock was down to 5. He gets it on the perimeter. Could have been an opportunity at 3.
He just put it on the floor and went after Josh Hughes and shot a layup. Yeah, it was – yeah, he – he can be a difference maker for us if he plays like that, for sure.
Coach, you talked to Luke before the game, and you were talking about effort and execution. You talked about the rebounding, staying on that theme. You guys beat them 39-28, 13-6 on the offensive boards. Kind of expound a little bit more about how you felt about your approach to this game and how hard it is to play in the last game of the year at Evansville. Nobody here, and just your kids' effort.
It's not easy, and it isn't easy for them to have to play back-to-back. But yeah, I mean, in terms of who we're playing, we know we're playing a team that struggled. We know it's going to be not a great atmosphere, all those things, and so what I've been just preaching to our guys is what we have to overcome is just our human nature of thinking this will be easy. We've got to be able to get ourselves emotionally locked in, all those things. We didn't play well last game. Our senior day was a mess, really, in terms of it wasn't who we are. And our guys were convinced that we got to get back to being that team. And so they did a good job of that today, really good job. But what we've been talking about mostly is we're not offensive rebounding. Like we just show them on film. And at this time of year, you can't just go do rebounding drills. You're gonna get somebody hurt. So you just show them film. Say, look. And every time in practice, shoot, somebody doesn't go. You're not going. So just reminding them. And Prince was like, we need that Prince every game, and we'll be just fine.
But you really continue to get terrific effort out of Sykes and Jalen Haynes. And we all have our own coaching style. You have yours. You got after Jalen a little bit in that first half for passing up a shot. Speak to his maturity in his game and how he can play through those types of situations.
Yeah, he handles me well. I mean, I get after him pretty hard. I coach our freshmen hard, but he handles me well. And, there at the end of the half, he made a great play. We set it up for him, and they didn't even want him to drive right, and he still drove it right and got fouled. They didn't call it, and he got a layup out of it. He's such a good offensive rebounder for a guard. He's so hard to block out. Most guards don't block out. So he does a good job there. And then, if he gets a rebound on the defensive end, we can really take off with it.
How important were the final 2 minutes of that first half, especially when you got some guys in foul trouble? What was great for us, too, was – Coach, I see it every day, the ability and the faith that you guys have in Caden Hawkins. I know everyone felt horrible for him.
Caden's minutes were huge today, huge. And, yeah, I mean, after the Dre game, he just has been beating himself up, which is ridiculous. That dude is so valuable to us. We love him. He's a heck of a good player. And I don't even hesitate to put him in that minute with Q in foul trouble, and we need a ball handler in there, and he gave us great minutes.
Rollins, I know the biggest thing you kind of said with him, hey, don't worry necessarily so much about your offense. Get to the boards. And today he chips in with 6 rebounds.
6 of them. But his deal was foul trouble. He got 2 early, and then he got his 3rd one early. And so, his minutes were down, and most of that was foul trouble.
I know we talked about it. You were saying, man, defensively, how hard it is for your guys. You're telling them to probably continue to do what they're doing, and you had Hughes and Hundley at one point. They were 8 for 9 on their first shots there in the second half, just making just about anything, and it wasn't because of bad defense.
But they were gassed too, and we knew it. And so that was one of the points of emphasis in the game was run, run, run. We have more post players. Let's run these dudes. Let's get them tired, and then shots start falling short, those kind of things. And so playing them on a back-to-back was an advantage for us for sure.
Another guy that was outstanding, you brought him up briefly when you're talking about shooting. I know Mayo ends the night with 23, but, man, Drew Steffi, when he needed to make a shot for you tonight, it felt like every time it went down.
He made a big three there. Goes 4 for 5. You look at 2 of his last 3 games, he's gone 4 for 5 for 3. So, I mean, I even heard their announcer announce we're shooting 27%, second worst in the country. I mean, he's just trying to say that as loud as he can so we can hear it. But, we're good enough defensively. If we can just shoot the ball average, it really gives us a chance.
Coach, as you kind of brought up to me and we were talking about just the other day, you've had teams, and we've all been around, Coach Watson too, where you feel like you end the season as high as you possibly could. Then it doesn't always translate to the tournament. There's those times where you end the season rough and it doesn't translate either, and you play really well.
I've had both.
It's
the conventional wisdom, and you and I talked about this, is just be consistent. It can't be these highs and lows, and particularly as you go into this, and the first game's obviously the most important for everybody, but just be a consistent effort and execution. And stay at a certain level, and you'll be okay. But, yeah, the second half of the season's been a lot better for us. You just look back at those 2 home games that we gave away, and it just kills you. But to fight back and scratch and claw to get to 10-10, above 500 with our overall record, really proud of our guys.
Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate the time, and we'll see you in St. Louis.
Okay.
Good work, Coach.
Yep,
once again, now is head coach Scott Nagy joining us here postgame. His comments again were brought to you by CMC Mitchell and Associates.